So last session, you guys finished fighting off those 4 bandits that had the bear caged. One you managed to knock out and I guess tie up or otherwise restrain.
Mm-hmm.
Bear wanted to eat the last guy, but Deebs managed to scare him off, and he trundled off into the wilderness. It is now... The sun has gone down. It's early evening. Starsha has looted all the bandits for whatever gold they had on them. And Moss has checked out the cave and found a stash of sellable goods that were most likely lifted from traveling merchants or caravans, out of which he has discovered a shield that he has taken for himself.
Oh, adding a shield to my inventory then.
The amount of stuff in this little cave is not burdensome, so it's easy enough for you to haul it back to town and sell it at one of the many merchants. What would you guys like to do?
How far from town are we, and would it make sense to make camp here instead of trying to head back to town in the late evening?
You're just a couple hours outside of town.
Well, then I will pose that question to the group then. Do we want to make camp here, perhaps a short distance away, or risk traveling in the darkness back to town? Might I suggest if we camp near here, we could watch for any others that might return.
What time is it now?
It's like 8 p.m. It's not super late.
What time does it get dark?
It gets dark at like 6.
Oh,
When
so
you
it's
guys-
already dark.
Yeah, when you guys came up towards these bandits, the sun was going down. It is now dark. But not late.
I feel more at home in the woods than I do in a town.
I do have business to conduct in town tonight.
Can it wait till tomorrow?
No.
He's just gonna give her an annoyed look, like... and just sigh.
So what's the
Well-
consensus? Are you heading back to town?
I mean, y'all can feel free to spend the night in the woods. I'll be fine making my way back to town by myself.
No. Let us head back to town then. I think we'll be fine.
I just had a long drawn sigh.
Make a group survival check. Everybody roll survival.
What is that?
It's at the very
I
bottom
see
of
it
your...
now. I see it.
Oof.
Attaboy, Deeps!
It's gonna be one of those nights again.
Oh, did my survival not go to the group?
It didn't.
Not.
Why
Can I
not?
just go to town by myself?
You got the stealthy Deebs you gotta haul with us.
Oh gosh, Deeps.
Do you want me to re-roll?
Yeah, reroll me.
Or okay. Damn, I rolled a 22. Alright, 1 second. I think I had the extension turned off.
Of course you did.
Not for that reason, for other reasons.
We can also see it in the game log in D&D Beyond.
I don't have that
Right.
open.
Roll.
Oh, he did have a 20 there. That's fine.
All right. Enough of you succeeded that you're not going to stumble around blindly and trip over roots, rocks, and other debris in the road. It is a little difficult to see. There's a couple of times where Aranor almost twists his ankle on an unseen divot in the road.
Ah!
Not everyone is blessed with the ability to see in the dark. And after a couple of hours, you do find your way back to town. Most of the businesses are closed up, but the tavern, the shrine, most likely the inn, all still open.
Is the constable still around?
I would say that if you were to head down to those 4 buildings you were at, you'd probably find him in one of them.
Okay. I'm going to take this hooligan over to the constable.
So you make your way over down past the butcher shop and the smokehouse to what you have now learned is the home of the butcher and the constable in the 3rd house. You walk up and you knock on the door. And after a moment, the face of the constable peers out as he opens the door for you. Yes, can I help you?
Hello again, sir. We have taken care of the bandit issue, and we captured one here.
Oh, good work. Good on you. He steps outside of the home, closing the door behind him, and says, bring him over here. And he indicates the building next door.
I drag him over and not too gently.
You get to the house on the very end of this row, and he just opens the door and lets himself in. And inside, you can see it set up as almost like a rudimentary barracks. These are where the other workers that work at the butcher and the smokehouse, and also act as the town's militia, stay. There are currently 2 of them sitting up at a table, playing cards, enjoying a bit of a meal. Oh, what you got there, Constable? Well, these folks here have seen fit to take care of the bandit problem that we had just south of town. Managed to wrangle one of the hooligans. I'll not ask what happened to the rest. I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. Take this one and keep his hands bound, and we'll decide what we're doing with him in the morning. And they gladly take the beat-up, stumbling fellow off of your hands. I bid you all thanks for a job well done.
Before I leave, I say, throw him in a cage. Let him know what it feels like.
Well, as you can see, we don't have much of a cage or a jail or any of that sort. We don't usually get too many crimes around here. Usually, we end up just hanging those we find guilty. Now, I believe we had discussed a bit of a reward for doing a job. I didn't expect you to come through so quick. Let me just look at it.
Was it not 100 gold?
Yeah, it was 100 gold, you said.
walk back with me to the smokehouse here. It's where we keep well, I'd call it petty cash, but this is no petty amount. And he takes you to, by smell alone, is obviously the smokehouse. He leads you inside, and you can see that there are various carcasses in the process of being prepped for smoking, as well as a large counter that's used either, for any patrons coming in for purchasing, or it seems the constable often uses this building as a bit of an office to dispense their form of law. He reaches down behind the counter and brings up a small lockbox, inside which seems to be a few pouches and odd bits of paper. Pulls one of the pouches out, has a quick look through it, and hands it to Aranor. I believe that covers it. I must say, it's nice having folk like you around. We don't get too many adventurers around here. The odd one from time to time. Could use more of your folk. What with all the issues we've been having lately. If you're interested, on the morrow, I might have some more work for you if you plan on being in town long.
Well, if the coin is good, tell me, if we find more bandits like these, would there be a bounty on them were we to bring them in?
If it's any of the ones that we've had reports of, there'd be a bit of a reward. Alive or dead. That's not to say we wouldn't look into these folks and have questions for them. Don't just drag any old ruffian in off the street and try and pass him off as a bandit, of course. I
Of
do my
course,
due
of course.
diligence.
Do you want the
And-
bodies or not?
No, as if you say they've been dealt with, and do you have any proof that they're deceased?
I give you my word they are no longer of the living.
He sort of eyes you up and down. Do you have your holy symbol, like, out visibly?
It's on my chainmail. It's on the symbols on my chainmail.
Okay. Yeah, he sort of eyes you up and down and says, no, your word is as good as law, in these parts anyway. I'll take you at your word.
I hand the coin to Taladar, and I say, Taladar, split it 4 ways. I would not like any.
Are you sure?
I am, thank you. Lucid, what was the split from the bandit?
We would all get 25 gold and 7 copper.
So
Okay.
that'd be 50 gold and 7 copper for everybody but Deebs, and 25 and 7 for Deebs.
Yeah, so I just want to know what the split from the bandit loot is. 25, you said?
Yeah, 25 and 7 copper.
Okay, so, Constable, please, this money, take my split of this money from the bandits and give it to whoever's need it.
Fucking weirdo.
You say that out loud?
No.
What a waste.
Well, that's mighty generous of you. What with all the work that's going around right now, my boys have been spread pretty thin. Lately, we've been working on this Mirabar caravan. That's the damnedest thing. Whole caravan, just up and missing. Are you you're staying in town then for the night?
I believe so.
Right. Well, I might look for you tomorrow. I've got a bunch of paperwork still needs doing tonight, and gods know there's no end of this type of work to be had lately. Perhaps I'll look in on you. with that, he sees you to the door, bids you thanks once again, and you are free to do what you wish with the remainder of the evening.
Well, I think it was made obvious to all of us that we have to wait until tomorrow for our various contacts to show up from out of town. So I think a meal and a night of quiet study is in order for me. And he'll just look around at everybody. This was profitable, more so than anything I've done recently. I would not mind adventuring more with you all, at least for a while.
Seems like we're stuck with each other till tomorrow, at least.
Well, let's go celebrate with a feast.
Yes, that's...
So racist.
Are you sure you're not part dwarf?
Me?
Mm.
He is kind of short.
I build up an appetite after battle.
He's not short, he's like the tallest of the group after Moss.
Yeah, but a frog's saying that.
If I draw him short in the next fan art, does it become canon?
No.
Yes. Let's vote on it.
Deebs is tired of being a short guy and he wanted to play somebody tall for a change.
Yep.
So you guys know that there are well, Starsha would know, she's been in town a couple of days. There's a couple of places to stay in town. You know that the Swinging Sword is an inn that also has really good food. Across the street is the Helmet High Sun, which is a tavern. It does have some rooms, but they can't compete with the inn across the way in terms of comfort or cleanliness. And then there is also a boarding house in town called Mother Yolantha's.
Hey, am I not supposed to meet my contacts at... I can't remember if it was the inn or the pub. Was it the inn? I probably should have written that down.
Let me have a look. Do you remember your contact's name?
Yeah.
It's not the Rubber Man.
I honestly don't know that she had names for me.
Where is the rubber man?
The baker. Like, the baker told me to meet somebody there, but I don't remember. I don't know that he gave me names.
Okay, it was Lauren that told you, though, right?
Yes. Is Lauren the baker?
Yes. I just gotta look it up. Hang on. While I'm looking it up, decide what the rest of you guys are gonna do.
Have I seen any place like that I would feel comfortable in sleeping in the outdoors?
Yeah, I mean, there's places in and around town. You know, there's small copses of trees. There's some farming fields. But you have also heard a few things from people in town about eyes in the hills and, you know, people disappearing. So, you know, if that puts you off staying on your own or staying out of doors, you do notice that there is very little people about town at this time of night. Even though it's not late, the streets are practically empty. And those that you do see almost seem nervous. There's a lot of, you know, glances behind them and quickened steps. Yes, Starsha, your guy was going to meet you. The baker told you that his contact is most likely stopping by the inn sometime tonight. That's usually
Okay,
where
thank you.
he is when he stops by town.
Who'd like
He
to?
didn't give me a name, right?
Oops.
No, he didn't give you a name. Go ahead, Deebs.
Who'd like to join me for a fine meal? Ooh, a little Deeps Darkbeard came out there.
Uh-oh.
You're right.
All you have to say is raised by dwarves,
God
and
damn it.
it's legit.
God damn it.
I'll join you for a while, but I have studies to tend to after.
I will go celebrate our victory.
Moss kind of just trundles along with them, not really having anywhere else to go.
You guys make your way over to the. You're going to the inn or the tavern.
Whichever place has the best food.
The inn has the best food.
Okay.
To
You
the
make your
inn,
way
then.
over to the inn. The dining room is probably half full. It's not overly busy, and it's definitely not a raucous crowd. But people seem to be enjoying their time, enjoying a couple of drinks, and smells coming from the kitchen are just amazing. You manage to find a table large enough to accommodate all of you, and you make your way over. The barkeep notices you, and you see her wave one of the serving girls over, and she sends her your way. Good evening, fine folk. What can I get for you tonight?
Good evening, me lady. Please, whatever they would like on me.
Oh, very good. Well, we've got a couple of options for you. We've got a lovely goat stew with comes with a sideboard of assorted fruits, nuts, and cheeses. We have a spicy jambalaya with crispy eel skin strips on top. We have a catch your own fish and chips. It's basically just whatever the fishermen closest to town have brought in today. It's very fresh. It's very good. And then for dessert, we have an amazing bread pudding with extra sharp dire goat cheese. Comes with some grilled onions and spiced carrots.
Moss's ears kind of just perk up and wiggle a little bit. Do you have peanut butter?
No, what is peanut butter?
Just a long sigh. Never mind then. I'll have whatever's adventurous.
It's all dead by now.
You prefer living.
It can't adventure if it's dead.
Well, there's nothing more adventurous than a spicy jambalaya. I'll put you down for that.
I think I'll have the fish and chips.
Good choice. Anything to drink for you lot?
I'll
We
have
need
an
the
ale.
ale.
Water for me, but only if it's clean.
Of course it is, yes.
Oof.
It's well water, but it's clean.
Where's the well located at?
It's just out back.
Oh no.
Good to know.
Tox is looking for a free place to jump in the water.
Is it it's a once a day thing, right?
Yeah, it's every 24 hours.
Okay. So I mean you're good until tomorrow at like 3.
Yeah, I have had my bath.
The serving woman heads off into the kitchen, and she comes back shortly thereafter with drinks for the table. And she makes her way around the room, seeing to all the other tables that are here. She seems to be the only serving person on shift tonight. After a little bit, the serving woman comes back, laden down with several platters of food for you. She is accompanied by the barkeep to help hand out your various orders. I heard you took care of bandits just south of town. Is that right?
Aye, that's right.
Oh well, that's a load off. That's mighty good of you. I heard from the constable that we had some adventurers in town, and I think I recognized seeing a couple of your faces here earlier in the day. I can't tell you what a relief it is that somebody has stepped up and taken care of those. We've had our nothing but ill luck lately.
They were no match for Tox.
Well, that's good to hear, fine sir.
What other ill luck has beset the town of late?
Oh, any number of things. People missing, caravans being robbed. I hear there was a big caravan that was headed through from it was the Mirabar caravan, and it's just up and disappeared. No one's seen hide nor hair of it. I believe the constable's working heavily on that one. But in addition to that, the weather's been strange. Strange fogs that have been seen out in the Somber Hills, even in bright sunlight. Strange hot winds have been blowing, where breezes in the hills have always been cold in the past. Bolts of lightning out of a clear sky, lighting up the surrounding hills. And the quarry to the north of town, well, they would, on big orders, work through the night by candlelight, and none of them will set foot in the quarry now, claiming that the hills above town have eyes and being watched at night. Seeing as how you tackled a handful of bandits that I've heard about, I've been waiting for a new bar countertop for some time now, but orders are backing up because the quarrymen won't work at night anymore. Perhaps, if you had time, of course, you wouldn't mind seeing the stonecutter. Maybe he could explain to you what the goings on there have been. See if you could look into these eyes in the hill, if you were so inclined.
Taladar would just look at Aranor and shrug. It's not what I'm here for, but the money's good so far. This is a lot of money.
We can investigate this. There seems to
In
be
the
a
middle
lot
of
of
this conversation, Moss takes a bite of the jambalaya.
Mm-hmm. It is quite spicy.
And having never had spice for it, he just ejects it from his mouth all over Talador.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And he's like blowing out hot. He takes the water from Aranor, just downs it, He takes whatever other beer is handy, starts downing that. I don't know if Poker needs to make a dodge check or something.
Oh no, I'll take it.
No, there would have been no time to react. He got that all over him.
You all see Taladar begin slowly passing his hand over his robes, and the combined whatever came out of your mouth starts to just sort of slough off onto the ground, as he uses the prestidigitation cantrip to instantaneous clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. Casting time of 1 action. So yeah, every few seconds, another patch of it sloughs off of his clothing.
Are you gonna get up and move to a different spot at the table?
Between gasping for breath and like trying to blow out his tongue and drinking all the liquids on the table, he tries to apologize. Tell her, "So sorry, friend. So,
is there any water left? Like, is there water in my mug or water in anybody's mug left? Like maybe across the table?"
There might be a little bit left in somebody's glass, but there's probably not much.
I will use the shape water cantrip. I'll just raise my hand sort of over the center of the table and point at Moss's face and just blast him with whatever water is left in the cups on the table with shape water. Shall I fetch you more?
Moss he's wet, disleveled, still kind of breathing out his mouth. I think I'm good. You think you're good? What?
The innkeeper said, "Oh my word! They should have warned you. It is spicy." I'll fetch you all some more water. I'll be right back. And
Why
sort of
don't
hustles
you
off.
why don't you fetch some milk instead?
No, Moss, having tried some of the beer and now calmed down, I'll have some of that fine. What did you call that beer?
Oh, you'd like an ale?
Yes, I'll have some of that.
Very good. I'll bring some of that for you. The rest of the dining room, who had all, looked over at this production, all seem to have turned back to their meals and their conversations. But you do see a man. Looks like he's wearing robes of a man of, the cloth. He makes his way over to the table and says, I can't help but over here. Are you all right, sir?" He says to Moss.
Just unprepared for that. That was tasty, but holy wow, jeez.
Oh, yes, the jambalaya is quite a spicy dish. A little bit too much for my old innards. My name is Brother Earden. I'm a bit of a traveling preacher, I guess you could say. A follower of Lathander, and you can see the symbol of a sunrise on his. It's like a tabard, kind of, on his chest. I cater to the towns in the Somber Hills. Going from town to town. There's not too many established temples out this way, so I make my way to and from town, bringing news, gossip, and just word of goings on in the area. Did I hear correctly? You're adventurers that have handled an issue for the constable.
Aye, that's true.
Oh, well, that was very good of you. That's very noble. Good on you. I myself, I've just come through by way of Westbridge. I've been waiting here some time. I was supposed to meet up with a couple of dwarves from the Mirabar caravan. They headed out 2 weeks ago, just not long before I left, and well, word is that they've gone missing en masse. Not not sure what to think about that. Would you mind just keeping your eyes and ears open if you hear anything about them?
How long have they been missing?
It's been about a week now that they were meant to have turned up, and nobody knows at what point they went missing. Only that they left the town of Belliard 2 weeks ago, and we're supposed to have been here at least a week now, and there's been no sight of them.
We could keep an eye out for them.
Taladar, you do notice, looking over at this man, that he is not human. He has the very subtly pointed ears of what you suspect is a half-elf.
I'm gonna roll an insight check.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's something a little strange about him approaching us. It might just be that it's put me off because he wants something of us. Maybe he's noticed that we're capable and received some praise for our deeds. But I don't know. I don't like him.
Wait. Says the guy that walks up to a complete stranger and offering her gold for offing some people.
Yeah, but he's a halfie. He's a dirty halfie.
Yeah, with that insight, he seems to be, on the up and up. He looks to be a man of the faith, and you've seen wandering traveling priests or clerics before, especially in sparsely populated areas such as this. And if word is to be believed around town about all the goings on in the area, you're not really surprised that, people are now sort of, word is starting to spread throughout the inn tonight. You do hear some murmurings about it. People, these guys handled the bandits outside of town. So word is beginning to spread about, what you've been up to today.
Were we to find your friends, or what is left of them, would there be a reward?
Oh, I'm not sure. I wouldn't. I haven't posted a reward for them. I was just supposed to meet two of the dwarves that were along with the caravan. Perhaps you could find others in town that would offer a reward, or perhaps the constable who has been looking in on this might have some reward for you. I don't have the means to offer you one. I'm just a traveling cleric of Lathander. I don't have much in the way of coinage.
I'll look him up and down, and if his appearance matches his claim that he has no coin, I'll just nod. I'm done with him.
He's decked out in gold. No, he looks like a traveling priest.
All right.
The innkeeper, who you have learned her name is shit. Her name is Kaelisa, or Kaelessa. She comes back to the table with another round of drinks for you all, fresh water. Oh, once again, I'm sorry about this, the spiciness. I thought. Well, you did say something adventurous, and I guess it doesn't really get much more adventurous than jambalaya. If you're begging my pardon, if you ask me, the source of all these troubles in town, it's that man out at Lance Rock. I know others will say it's just odd weather or people wandering out, bandits or so on and so forth. But if you ask me, it's that weird one out at Lance Rock. The constable's unwilling to help, and well, the town elders are busy with their own business. If you were to go and take care of this, I could make it worth your while.
What is this man's name?
I don't know that he has a name, or if he does, it's lost to us. Styles himself a lord of some sort.
How much?
I could offer you, say, 30 gold apiece.
Why do you suspect this person?
Because that's what it says in the books, Deeds.
Oh.
I don't believe in a lot of superstitious nonsense. But this man is an odd one, and while he's been out there for some time, it seems to me that a lot of these troubles have started not too long after he set up shop there.
I see.
Can't be coincidence, I don't think.
What is the name of the place where he set up shop?
Lance Rock?
Lance Rock.
I'm gonna look over at Moss and say, how much for this weird one?
I look at Latalk's confused. How much for what weird one?
You read my mind, Luce. I was like, we're full of a party of weird ones right now.
Apparently nothing.
I don't know that I understand your meaning. Are you trying to sell your friend there?
It's a coin's enough, but you said you were offering to get rid of the weird ones.
Moss's ears just start wiggling as he looks between Tox and then his stew or jambalaya.
I think we'll consider your offer. It's very generous. Perhaps give us some time to speak amongst ourselves.
Oh, of course, no rush at all. You do sort of get the sense that she's a bit of a town gossip, and being, the innkeeper, she probably hears most news that comes through town.
I'll wait for her to leave the table and then, address the group. Well, either she's onto something, or... Well, I don't particularly care. I'll bring her anyone's head for 30 gold. It's a fair deal of coin. I'm not sure what proof she'd require, but we could at least look in on this person. Either he's a foe, or he's perhaps someone who knows something more about what's going on.
There does appear to be a bunch of strange happenings in this town. It's very odd. But yes, I'd be willing to investigate, especially if it is possibly the cause, or this person is the cause of all these issues. Moss, Tox, Starsha, what do you think?
Are you going to keep your gold this time, or give it away again?
I'll keep my gold. There's only certain situations where I feel I don't want to keep the gold.
I'm only looking for some good people that we're taken. If this leads to them, I will do it no matter what.
And all of us do have our own agendas here as well.
We're all looking for someone.
Mm-hmm.
What is your business tonight, Starsha?
I'm meeting somebody here. Possibly.
Well, who is it?
Don't be so nosy.
Do you want me to ask? I can find out if they're here.
It's fine.
The evening passes. You guys finish up your meals. The waitress comes by and says, "Could I get anything else for you tonight, or would you like to settle up? Are you
So,
staying
so,
here?"
so as Moss is eating his jambalaya, he's got basically one beer in hand and a spoon in hand, and one bite of the jambalaya, one drink of beer, trying to work his way through. He's had more than a couple beers,
I see.
Oh boy.
Here
more
we
than a
go.
couple ales.
Here we
Sorry.
go.
The ales here aren't overly huge. And you're a big man. You're probably tipsy, but I wouldn't say you're, full on drunk.
I'll settle up.
All right. Let me just run the calculation for you. That'll be for the drinks, the 5 meals, that'll come up to 2 gold total.
I give her 3 gold.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'll be just a moment with your change.
That's for you, milady. We appreciate your service. The outstanding
I-
service you provided tonight.
I couldn't possibly. That's far too much.
What does she look like?
She's just an average looking. She's probably mid to late 30s. Average build, average height, human. I do have her description, but I moved the page. She's relatively nondescript. And you have seen her in the inn, not just in the serving room. You do see her head up the inn stairs, so you assume that she's also part of housekeeping staff.
Okay.
Oh man, I had her name and I lost it.
It's Calissa, right?
No,
Kalissa?
Kaylessa is the innkeeper.
Oh, okay.
She's the proprietor. She owns the inn and she runs the bar. And she's a bit of a, not busybody, but she's a bit of a town gossip.
Got it.
I'm looking around to see if my contacts have arrived yet.
You have seen a few people come in and out of the inn. More heading out than coming in. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of travelers in town right now. But you don't see anyone that you think fits the description of the person you're looking for.
Ah, all right.
The waitress tells you, Galita is my name, and if you need anything during your stay here, just look for me or Iran. Either one of us can help you with anything you should need. And she takes the coin from you, nods her head, and heads back off to her duties. She does tell you before she heads away that they do have several rooms available right now. cheaper if you share. It's 1 gold per night for a double room, and 2 gold 50. Well, 2.5 gold for a single room.
Pricey.
It is a very nice inn.
I'm not opposed to sharing a room if the company is quiet. Any of you who know anything about elves know that elves don't actually sleep, but rather sort of meditate or enter a trance for 4 hours.
Aranor
Oh.
would definitely know this. Moss might have read it in one of his many books.
Wait.
I
Moss can read?
don't know that Tox would know that. And Starsha's character, of course, would know that.
I'll share a
So-
room and leave you alone.
So I'm kind of curious, Poker. It's like, well, nothing could happen in game to engender that response. So, did you actually say something about Moss? Surprised that Moss can read?
No.
Poker said it, not Taladar.
Poker's an asshole.
Mm.
Yeah.
Starsha, will you need some assistance with these contacts you will be meeting?
No, I think I'll be all right.
All right. I'd like a single room, please.
Very good.
You said 2.5?
Yes. 2 gold, 5 silver for a single room. 1 gold for a double room. That's 3 of you taken care of. You, sir, Furbolg, do you require a room?
Moss finishes his tankard of ale, and today is a day for new things, and fumbles around in his purse trying to figure out what 2 gold and 5 silver is.
She heads over
For a
beside
single
you.
room.
She says, two of those ones and 5 of those smaller ones. That's 2 gold 50. Or 2 gold 0.5. And you, madam, do you need a room as well?
Yes, I would like to take a single one.
Excellent. 2 gold, 5 silver. So you guys all pay up. Make sure you take it off your character sheets.
Hold on before I head up. I look at the waitress and I kind of grab her hand and kiss it and say, I
Oh no.
greatly appreciate your assistance again, milady. There it is.
Oh boy.
Can I roll a persuasion check?
Sir, right. She leans down towards your ear a little bit. I must tell you that the town frowns on prostitution.
Wow. I see.
Good
I
for
see.
her.
I'll head up to my room then.
Don't get me wrong, you are very attractive, and I am flattered, but it is frowned on here.
Well played. I'll head up to my room.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
You're
Question,
a
can
man
you
of
see
the
a-
cloth.
No.
What
Can
were
you
you
see
gonna
a
say?
log of the gold transactions in D&D Beyond? I'm not sure if I forgot to change to the silver. I don't know if I took the gold off or not.
If you hit the minus, it did.
Okay.
She hands you each your corresponding keys. She hands the key to the dual room, the double, to Taladar. Says, I hope you enjoy your stay. ask for any of the staff can help you, but myself, I normally take care of the dining room and the second floor, which is where you'll be staying, and Iran usually helps with the third and first floors as well as in the kitchen. But you can ask anyone for help. Enjoy your evening. And
Talra
she
will
heads
just
off.
nod, having already forgotten everything she said. And before we part ways, so I procured a larger room to share,
Yes.
and that was the 2 gold, 5 silver.
Nope. That
I
was
assume one
gold.
gold each.
Oh. Okay. But am I who am I sharing with?
With me.
Tox.
Oh, okay. Can I make a nature check or I don't know, maybe a intelligence check to perhaps understand that Tox needs water? Like, have I seen him enjoy, particularly enjoy water? Does he look like he's drying out? Is there any sort of
Well, I mean, you saw him at the bathhouse coming out of the bath.
yeah?
That's where you met him. You're older than the rest. Make an intelligence check.
Derp.
You don't. You've never heard of Grung. You don't even know that's what he is. He's just
Yeah.
a little frog man.
Well, then I will ask him. Do you sleep? And I don't know. Do you need something? A lily pad? Something to
Oh man.
like what? I just need a chair or something soft to sit on.
I can sleep wherever. I don't need a lily pad.
All right. Then you could have the bed if you'd like it.
There's
Wait,
two beds in your room.
I was
Oh.
about to say, shouldn't there be 2 beds in a double?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a double room. There's 2 beds in there.
Right. Well then, I will
Except for yours. Yours
drop
is
my
a
stuff at the
queen-size
foot of the bed
bed
and
bed.
then just sit cross-legged on the bed and stare off into space for a bit. Maybe read for a bit. And then
So
eventually enter into the Elven trance.
I would imagine that the rest of you sort of head off to your rooms. Starsha, as you are getting ready to head up as well, you feel a tug on your cloak.
All right. I'll turn around to see what the tug is all about.
The tug comes from a relatively young-looking human man who sort of gives you a head nod, indicating, follow me.
All right. I wish my fellow travelers good night and follow the little man.
He's not a little man, he's just a man.
Listen,
Oh, you listen. Let me just pull it up. Hang on. I've got so many tabs open. Sorry, I have it here somewhere. I'm just scrolling.
it's fine. Stuffing my face with ice cream.
Oh, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, I found it. So you follow this man down a hallway that looks like it's heading towards the kitchen. And he sort of ducks into what looks like a storage cubby. There's several, um, looks like ale casks or wine casks stacked up in this room. And he says to you, so, I spoke to Mango Barrel, and he said you're looking for information about a map?
I do. I pull the map out and show him.
Yeah, no, that looks like exactly what my patron is on the lookout for.
Your
My
patron.
my name is Lorne, and the people that I work for are typically quite interested in things like this, maps and such. Have you heard of the Zentarim?
I have not.
Oh, it's a bit of an underground organization, but we've got contacts and fingers in many pies, as they say. They're always on the lookout for potential customers or those that might like to join the guild. But before I can really give you any more information, I need to know that you're good for it. You see, this map of yours, it could lead to incredible treasure hoards. It could lead to the den of a black dragon. We don't really know. We'd have to investigate further, but comes at a bit of a cost, if you catch my meaning.
Can it be a little bit more specific?
We're doing a little bit of work in the area and could use someone of your skill set, he says as he sort of eyes you up and down, taking in the daggers, the short swords, your general outfit. You look to be capable in the back alleys and traipsing around in the dark. Am I correct?
I do have a very specific skill set.
Excellent. Well, before the night is out, you'll find instructions slipped under your door with the name of another contact. If you have any further questions, you can always stop back in at the bakery and ask Lauren.
Wait, I thought he said his name is Lauren.
Sorry, his name is Lorne. Lauren Mangobarl. Lauren.
Oh my
is
gosh.
the baker. I know. This is just the
how
way
do
they're
you-
written in the book.
How do you spell his name?
Lorn. Just stop in at the bakery and ask Mangobarl. He'll be able to help you with any questions that you might have. And look out for the slip of paper under the door. Play your cards right. You could find your place amongst us. We're always on the lookout for good operatives.
I will keep that in mind.
Very good. And he sort of looks past you down the hall one way and the other. Says, well, I'll be seeing you then. And makes his way off through the kitchen and what you assume is out a back door.
Interesting. Well, I roll my map back up and make my way up to my room.
All right. Is there anything that anyone else would like to do before turning in for the night?
No?
No.
I'm good.
After settling in your rooms, and these rooms are quite comfortable, they are immaculately clean. The linens are soft and comfortable. The bed's plush. The sparse furnishings in the room are well upholstered, in good repair. It is quite a nice inn. Deeves, as you are in the process of taking off your multiple layers of chainmail, gauntlets, and armor, hear a knock at the door.
Okay. I go open it up.
Opening it up, you see the smiling face of Jaleesa.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what you were inferring downstairs earlier, but she sort of blushes and looks back down the hall.
There it is.
If you were
Choking on my ice
interested in,
cream.
if you were interested in some company tonight, of course there's no charge. I'm not that kind of a lady, but
Please, come in.
and she nods her head and sort of furtively glances both ways down the hall and makes her way in. And whatever happens behind that door is what happens behind that door.
Can I roll an athletics check?
Sure. No, performance. You need to roll performance.
Wow.
Yeah!
Dirty 20. Dirty.
Dirtier the better.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
That is an excellent performance check. You might be a little worn out in the morning.
2 levels of exhaustion.
Alright.
Yeah, so make sure you guys hit your long rest buttons.
And don't forget to click confirm after you click tick long rest, or it won't actually do it.
Yeah, don't be stupid like me. I clicked it. Why is nothing happening? So before you all, reconvene downstairs or what have you, Starsha, there is a slip of paper that you notice has been slid under your door when you wake up in the morning. And
Alright.
on it are a relatively simple set of instructions. In only 1 or 2 lines of script. It indicates interested in what happened to the Mirabar delegation. Find out where they are, what happened to them, and the Black Network will be more than willing to help you with your map issue. It's just simply signed with a large capital Z.
I didn't realize my map was an issue. All right, I'll tuck the note away.
So morning finds you. The dawn light coming through the windows is it's warm. The air outside is refreshing. There is not a cloud to be had in the sky. It looks like it is going to be a bright, good day. What would you guys like to do first?
The wizard's going to need about 15 minutes to figure out what spells he wants to prepare. Because unlike my character, I am dumb.
Like, first thing in the morning, I would have ran out back to the well.
Okay.
I'll go downstairs, have some breakfast.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare my spells as well, and then first thing I'm going to do is go right to the bathhouse.
All right.
I'll say, hey, this was fun, but I gotta head out.
Oh, she is long gone.
Okay.
By the time you wake up in the morning, she is long gone.
Okay.
He's pretending.
This is not our first rodeo.
I'll head down.
Okay. So, Tox heads out back to. There's a large sort of area behind the inn that has bales of hay, boxes of what you assume maybe are dry goods or other provisions for the inn, and there is a large stone well with a shingled wooden cover over top of it. It is quite a large well.
Are you gonna poison the well?
No, I would just bring up water and just soak myself.
Yep, there's a couple of buckets beside the well. One of them is attached to a rope that sits right on the edge of the well. You can easily lower it down. The water is not down very deep. And, you can bucket it up without an issue.
Is he a regular-sized frog, or is he larger?
2'9".
Dang.
Yeah, he's not like, he can't fit in your hand.
Right, yeah, that's what I was wondering. If he's like a regular-sized frog, or actually like...
No, he's like a frog man. He's just, only 2.5 feet tall.
I mean, the talk on the top rope, all the more impressive.
He's got good springy thighs for jumping. Moss, you make your way to the bathhouse. The front door is open, and you see Kaelessa is out. Nope, that's the innkeeper. Her name is Haylila or something. She is outside sweeping, and she looks up at your approach. Oh, good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm looking for the news you said might come today.
Oh, well, seeing as how the sun has just come up, I have not had word yet.
Kind of looks despondent, and when should I come back?
Oh, it's hard to say. They don't run on a specific schedule. I would say early afternoon, perhaps. It's hard to say when they'll show up.
Moss just trundles away, looking a little bit sad. Back to the inn.
Okay. So Tox is getting soaked at the well. Deeves is doing some stretches in the morning. He's got to limber up after last night. Although, you're only, 23? You shouldn't need that much limbering.
Nah. I'm ready to go.
You notice that the maid, the tavern woman, seems to be walking with a bit of a limp this morning. The rest of you, of course, notice this. Deebs, of course, knows why she's limping.
Wow.
She gives
Very
you
funny.
she gives you a bright smile as you pass her in the dining room.
I give her a wink. And who else is at the table? Just Starsha right now?
I think just Starsha.
hmm
Moss went out to the bathhouse. Tox is out back. And Taladar, we haven't heard from yet.
How did your meeting go last night, Starsha?
It was quite informative.
Well, I hope you found what you needed.
I think I did.
When everyone's back, we should discuss what our plans are for today.
Taladar would probably come down the stairs about now. A ornate spell tome in hand, maybe just tucking it away under his robes. Spying his party members at a table, he'll join them.
Good morning, Taladar. I hope you slept well.
I've had a lot on my mind, but I might be a little more useful in a fight. I have sorted some things out. And Aranor might notice that he's wearing his sword and dagger slightly different for what you might notice as a man of martial prowess. You might notice is he carried a sword on his belt in a way that was not easy to draw previously, and that's been addressed.
Gotcha, okay.
Tox would come back in, just dripping wet from the well.
Has he got clothes on?
Yeah,
And they're sopping wet too?
yep.
All right. You see the innkeeper watches Tox walk past her. She sort of gives a bit of an eye roll and grabs a mop. Gilisa, whatever the hell her name is, the serving girl, the serving woman, I should say, comes to your table. She's got a large pot of tea and several mugs, as well as what looks like a pot of black coffee. On the house.
Much appreciated.
While you guys are getting coffees and teas, an older fellow walks up to the innkeeper at the bar and says, I've got a bit of a complaint. I don't know who you had in the room next to me last night, but I don't know if they were chasing rats or practicing swordplay, but they kept me up all night with the thumping and banging from in there. As the waitress is handing out teacups, you can't help but notice that she blushes quite redly. Quickly finishes her task and then scurries back to the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, sir. I'll give you a discount. I'm very sorry that your sleep was troubled.
Which room was that?
Who are you asking?
The old man.
What's it to you?
I didn't hear anything.
Well, when you get to be as old as I am, you don't sleep as well. And all that racket last night just didn't help. He harumphs loudly and makes his way outside. You guys get the sense, Starsha, that everybody in town kind of knows about this missing delegation. It's sort of the biggest of the pressing issues in town. The constable has his men on it. Several people in town were looking either for a merchant that was part of that caravan. Somebody was the traveling priest was expecting to meet up with a couple of dwarves that were part of the caravan. So yes, he would know about it.
Okay, so the delegation is the caravan.
The Mirabar delegation is everybody who was a part of the caravan. There were merchants, there were travelers, there were people looking to move from one town to another. It was a large group traveling together as part of this delegation.
Oh.
Okay.
That might be who I'm looking for might be in there.
It is possible.
Well, okay.
I think it would be an interesting thing if we were to find this caravan or learn of their fate. And, well, I don't have a high opinion of this constable. And I wouldn't be against teaching him a lesson that 5 strangers, looks around the table.
Am I there, or am I
But-
still?
No, I would say that because you just wandered down the road, talked to her briefly, and then headed back, that you would have walked in as tea was being served.
I wouldn't mind teaching him a lesson that 5 strangers can do his job better than him. And you might get the distinct impression that Taladar doesn't have a lot of use for people of authority or people of law, because I mean, just from that one statement, he, and the look on his face, he just has a general disdain for law keepers.
Oh dear.
But he pays well.
It's always going to be somebody in the group that just can't stand cops.
I don't like them because they don't do their jobs well. I don't have a problem with Deebs because he does his job well.
So you expected one person to do the job that it took 5 of us to do.
I expect him to have a regulated militia that can handle it, yes.
Well, half of his militia disappeared, didn't it?
I could have handled it.
Of that I have no doubt.
So just to...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, just to go over the things that you know, you are all aware of this missing so-called Mirabar delegation. You have been told about a couple of other goings-on. Eyes in the hills, and the quarry workers will no longer work at night in the quarry because of them. People missing randomly from town or travelers or merchants along the roads. Strange weather in the area, and the innkeeper believes the source of all of these issues is out at Lance Rock, this strange fellow who has taken up residence out there.
The only thing Taladar has on his agenda is to meet with whoever it was that was coming to town today that could give him more information on his quarry. Other than that, he's up for anything, especially if there's coin in it, or, proving to the law that we do a better job than they do. So I might go inquire again with Halia to see if this person whose name, for whatever reason, I didn't write down because as intelligent as Taladar is, he kind of tends to ignore details.
Well, wouldn't Moss be able to tell us that she doesn't know anything yet?
Yeah, I didn't catch if Moss and I are waiting for the same person to arrive. Or if
You
they're
are.
people. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Did that conversation happen just with Tox and I, or with everyone? I can't remember.
Everyone was there.
Okay, yeah. Then I mean, I was kind of waiting for a break in the conversation, but yeah, I'll of course let the group know that I checked it with Elia.
I have a meeting at noon at the shrine to find more information on the person I'm looking for.
Elia said to come back in the afternoon.
How far is this Lance Rock?
Let me look at my map. That is not the map. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean... It is within a day's ride of Red Larch.
Okay, so we're not getting there and back by noon.
No.
Or by
Not
the
by
afternoon.
noon.
I mean, we can gather information, though, while we wait. We can go to Constable. Talk about the caravan. What time is it right now?
It's like 8 a.m.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. What do y'all think? What do you think we should be doing here? My guess would be to go talk to the constable.
Well,
But we already spoke with him, and he didn't know anything. I think we should talk to others.
yeah, I mean, question to the DM: Could we skip RP and each do a I don't know, persuasion check, deception check, insight check, some sort of I think it's defined as carousing as a downtime activity, some sort of information gathering check, just to see if there's anything we can pick up on that might help us piece together what we should do next. Like, I think Taladar wants to go out and meet this mysterious person at Lance Rock and, learn from them and or kill them.
Yeah, and I've just checked on the map. It is to the north of Red Larch. It's about 3 hours away.
Okay. I mean, so that's my vote, is to go out there, but it does seem like it's too far away for us to jaunt out and back before the things we have to do in town. So, Taladar would be up for, as much as he hates the idea of it, chit-chatting with locals to gather more information, but I'd be okay not role-playing it, just making like a persuasion check.
Well, and Helia would have told Moss she expects them to arrive sometime in the afternoon, and that they will be here for a few days. It's not like you'll miss them. It's just they won't arrive until probably this afternoon.
Yeah, but also I need to put everybody's names up in front of me because I can't remember it. It's Aranor, right? Aranor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aranor's got a thing at noon, so
Yes.
we can't just,
Was your meeting at noon or after? Sometime afternoon, Deeps?
It's at noon.
Oh, okay.
And who were you meeting with? Let me just pull that
I
up.
am meeting with... Expect him. Let's see. Every 2 days, expect him tomorrow. He didn't have a name. Noon at shrine. Come by tomorrow at noon.
Okay, let me look it up.
Oh, never mind. It's I have it. His name is Imdar Relvander.
Yeah, Imdar. He's a
Imdar.
priest
Yep.
at the All Faiths Shrine.
Yep.
We could probably do that. Now we can just fast forward to noon.
Okay.
Yeah. If you wanted to if you wanted to fast forward, we could do that so that you can have your meeting at the shrine.
Okay. Am I the only one that's waiting on?
On that particular person, yes.
Okay.
So you make your way across the street. The inn, the tavern, and the All Faiths Shrine are all kitty corner to each other at the main sort of crossroads in town. It is it's not a huge building on the west side of the long road. It's just south of the inn's stable yard. And it kind of looks like a big stone house. There's 2 wide wooden doors, and they're painted with symbols of many gods, and they stand open day and night. Heading inside, it is a relatively plain chapel with a stone altar, and you see 1 or 2 townsfolk or travelers in there, as well as 2 priests, 1 human man and 1 older human woman. Ah, welcome, my son. What brings you to the All Faiths Shrine? Says the man.
Yes, I'm looking for Imdar.
Yes, I was told someone was looking for me. I am Imdar.
Ah, excellent to meet you. I was told you have some information, possibly about Savra Bellabranta.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. The Order of the Gauntlet. Have you heard of them?
I forget. Am I a part of the Order of the Gauntlet?
No, but
Okay.
you have been sent out this way because you know that they are clerics and paladins of Tyr.
Okay.
Your order in Waterdeep would have sent you out here, see if they have work for you, work your way up the ladder in the priesthood, etc., etc.
Gotcha. Ah, yes, I have heard of them.
Ah, very good, very good. Yes, they have been sort of contracted, I say. They usually voluntarily do the work, but they are on the lookout for a few people, and I believe Savra is one of them. Let me just have a look here. And he steps sort of off to it. There's a small side room, and he just gestures for you to come over and join him. I have some information here about the order, as well as some of the people that they are looking for. The DM just has to find it in one of these tabs. I open up like 15 tabs because everybody has a different contact with different info.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Savra. Yes, it looks like she is the daughter of a very minor noble house. Seems to have maybe perhaps fallen in with a bad sort and has run away, and her family would very much like to get her back. They're not quite sure where she's gotten off to, only that she has last been seen in the Sumbar Hills.
Samar Hill. I see. And you said there's others missing as well?
There are several, of course. A few people they are looking for, it looks like, were part of the Mirabar expedition. It doesn't seem to indicate whether she was a part of the expedition or not. Perhaps she was traveling with them. It's a little unclear. In fact, there does not seem to be any specifics about where she has gotten to. It looks like her last known whereabouts. Ugh, I need the other map. Oh, yes, it looks like she was last spotted someplace around Belliard, which is a day and a half, 2 days ride to the northeast. In fact, it looks like that is the last known location of the Mirabar delegation. A couple of weeks ago now, I think they had gone missing, or that they were last seen there a couple of weeks ago, and were expected here little more than a week ago. It looks like.
Interesting. My group and I are interested in actually investigating the Mirabar caravan being missing as well. So this may work out in my favor.
Excellent. Yes, the order would be most appreciative if you could take this task on their behalf. Their base of operations is somewhere. I believe I believe they have an outpost in Yartar, but that is several days to the north. Perhaps your travels will take you out there. But if you should learn information about the whereabouts of this Savra, you could either investigate further or take the information to them once you have learned anything new. I will put together detailed instructions on how to find their location as soon as the DM can find it. Do you have any plans in the meantime?
No, I think we'll actually be heading out here soon.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, my son, anytime you need any assistance, you'd be welcome here. All faiths are welcome at the All Faiths Shrine at any time. Our doors are always open.
Thank you very much. Tears, blessings upon you.
And you as well, my son. And he nods his head and sees you off.
Okay. I'll when I'm back with the party, I'll provide them all that information that was given to me.
Okay. So at this point, it is that the sun has reached its highest point in the sky. It is just now noon. And you can feel free to head off wherever you'd like. If you needed a more specific location, you could check in with the innkeeper as to the exact whereabouts of Lance Rock. But for the sake of brevity, I will put it on the map.
Does everyone is Lance Rock where everyone wants to head to first?
That's where Toxin
So
want to go.
I'm going to stay to mid-afternoon before I check in the bathhouse.
Yeah, and you could check on the bathhouse like before you headed out or whatever.
I'll go with him. With the intent to talk him out of staying longer if our contact's not here yet.
Mm.
You would have told us that they would have been here sometime in the afternoon and stayed for a couple days, so...
Yeah, they will be in town for a few days. but they won't be arriving until sometime this afternoon.
Moss, we should go out to this rock and meet this individual. The person we're waiting for will be here for a while. Come, let's go with the others.
No, it's only a few more hours. You should wait.
I promise you, they won't leave without speaking with us.
Moss just sits down and beneath a quiet tree and is immovable like moss.
Yep.
Do you
Boss on the rock.
again waiting a couple extra hours?
So you guys leave town without him, and he will fall behind in the XP.
There we go.
Can I try persuasion on Moss to get him to go?
Go ahead, roll persuasion. That's pretty good. What do you say to him?
Come, Moss. Taladar's right. Let's head out and investigate this Lance Rock, and we will return to find your contacts.
Do I get any kind of a roll to avoid persuasion?
Nope.
You just get to decide.
Yeah, you just get to decide. You can either stay in town while the party carries on without you, or
That's a pretty
go
good
with them.
roll. All right, so Moss at Enor's words kind of just again his ears wiggle up and down and lets it alongside and says, all right then, but we must be back soon.
We will be back, I promise.
Famous last words.
Are we walking?
Yes, you know it's it's been indicated on the map that you were given yesterday that it is within 3 hours walking distance.
Sir, Lance Rock is 3 hours walking distance? I
Yes,
thought you said it was.
I
What,
said
what
it was
map?
within a day. I said it was within a day.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. And there's a map?
Oh yes, let me put you on the map here.
Okay, and again, are we walking or are we people are riding or?
Do you have a horse?
Nope.
Then you, sir, are walking.
All right, then I'm casting Longstrider. Everyone gather. Hold on, Longstrider is group or single?
You can link it in chat.
Uh,
All it does is give you an extra 10 feet of walking distance.
Moss is in a haste.
How long does it last?
It lasts 1 hour, but it can only affect one person.
Well, I mean, it's
Why-
up to you. If you wanted to use it, it would put you at Lance Rock about half an hour, 40 minutes ahead of everyone else.
No, well, I can
Why-
cast it on anyone, so I'd look at whoever is slowest.
Why don't we see if we can find some horses in town?
Because
You
it's
could
a
do that.
3-hour walk.
Okay.
You know that there's horses in town. There is a couple of stables. But you also have traveled a fair amount and know that even taking a horse, you're not going to get there that much quicker. Instead of it being 3 hours, it'll be like 2, maybe an hour and a half. It's up to you guys.
So no way Moss is getting on a horse. So Moss just starts walking right away, quickly.
Has Moss ever been on a horse?
Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Has Tox been on a horse?
Maybe? Probably like more of like an elephant.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. He's probably maybe ridden some shit at the circus.
Probably tricycle.
Wow. Great, so we're going. Let's make our way there.
Oh,
So you guys head out. The skies are clear. The breeze is refreshing. It's not overly warm, but it's by no means cold. It is a comfortable day for travel. You head north, following the road, before a game trail sort of leads off of the Keldal path, heading towards what you assume to be Lance Rock. Looking at the map that you were given, you're pretty sure you're headed in the right direction. Who is leading this group on this journey?
me.
All right, roll a survival check.
Hold on. So, what's your speed? Like, Moss is gonna. He's at home walking in the wilds. Gonna go off like a bat out of hell.
Okay.
Most of you should have the same travel speed, except Tox, I think, only has 25 feet.
Yep.
Oh shit! Toxic gonna slow us down.
Here we go.
Not Brian. Not enough to cast a spell.
Go ahead, Brian, if you're in the lead.
Yeah. If,
Yeah, I assume we're cutting across the wilderness and.
Yes, once you've left the road, you are cutting across like fields and small hills.
Yeah, Moss is taking the lead. He's got his
Okay.
his druid awareness.
So roll a survival check.
Rip.
So you guys all let Moss lead the way. He seems confident with his travels in the wilderness. But you can't help but feel that you've passed by that rock at least once. No, maybe twice. And what should have been a 3-hour trip seems to be dragging on. By the 4-hour mark, you finally begin to see the landmarks that the innkeeper had pointed out to you, indicating you have arrived at the area surrounding what is known as Lance Rock. I'm just going to change maps.
On this longer than anticipated travel, you just see Moss getting more and more frazzled and looking up at the sun and surrounding features, muttering to himself, occasionally turning in a circle.
Direct your attention to Roll20. You should all be on a new map.
I just got an out screen, but I'm sure it'll load in.
What is the
No,
what
scroll
is the
down.
red line?
It's all the way at the bottom.
That was an accident. Hang on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Lucid, scroll all the way down.
Yep, nobody's tokens updated.
We're so little.
Yep. Yeah, I thought your tokens would update with your new hit points, but they haven't. Give me 1 second.
Mine is.
Do you guys see something? I just see a black screen.
Scroll down, Bri.
Go down.
Zoom out and scroll down.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right click and drag to move
Yep.
the map around.
Well, everyone still has their starting HP except for Taladar and Tox. I don't know what to do about that.
Is there a resync button?
We can figure it out. We know our HP.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys just, keep track of your own HP, and if I don't know what your HP is, I might accidentally kill you, but that's okay. So, after some travel, you notice several sort of tall, thin slivers of rock, indicating maybe where this area got its name from. They do look like lances that sort of pierce upwards into the air. And along the cliffside, there is an opening, partially obscured by some brush. Stuck to the front of the tallest of these gray granite spears or lances is a note. Scrawled in maybe charcoal? Or some sort of black paint that reads in common, "Come no closer, lest you catch the disfiguring plague that afflicts me, the Lord of Lance Rock." And from this tall spire of granite, a small trail continues down to the mouth of what looks like a cave in the cliffside. There is another painted warning sign with the same message posted right beside the opening of the cave.
Well, this looks like a cheap tactic to scare off the those who are weak of heart.
I agree. Let's go investigate.
You're a holy man. You can cure us of any ailment if it is real.
True.
Seeing as we are at about the halfway mark, or about just over an hour left, is it okay if we take a quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
Okay.
I gotta pee.
Good luck.
On peeing?
You never know.
I have peed on my feet before, so things can happen.
All right, we'll be right back.
I would ask,
I lost all my sources and scenes. I have to rebuild everything. Amazing. Amazing. Be right back. Back. Welcome back. The rest of my ice cream. Kim. Yeah, it's a leftover, yeah. I didn't eat it all. Moss's favorite.
I think we're just waiting on Brian Starsha.
Oh,
I'm
I've
back.
been here.
Everybody's here.
All right, Deep, so we can go back whenever you're ready.
Oop, yep. Go for it.
So the mid-afternoon sun shines down upon you, casting long shadows from these tall spires of granite. The lances of Lance Rock, you would assume. You've now seen two different notes indicating that trespassers should perhaps stay away, if only to prevent you from catching some sort of plague that the resident lord perhaps has. To the east, you see a relatively large opening to a cave in the cliffside, and nothing but darkness beyond. What would you like to do?
So I was wondering whether I should, what spell should I take, and I was thinking about detect disease and poison, but I chose not to. Already frustrated Moss, having kind of lost the group earlier, is no time for this. Cast Detect Magic.
And how long
And-
does it last?
Let's see the details. 10 minutes.
And it's a 30-foot radius?
Yes.
You might get some pings of magic emanating from your traveling companions, but other than that, you're not sensing anything. Do you make your way towards the cave entrance?
Yep. Moss starts striding in.
So you reach the entrance of the cave. There is a bit of a breeze blowing out of it, carrying the faint odor of death. Inside, the first 20 or so feet, looks like it's a natural cave. The floor and the ceiling somewhat uneven. It looks like not too far in, the passage narrows a bit.
So Moss is well familiar with caves and nature in general. Does Moss notice anything going into this cave beyond the unusual?
Make
Out
a
of place?
perception check. And I'm assuming that the rest are joining you?
Yep.
Yeah, I followed.
This, the cave is pitch black inside, right?
Correct.
Does anyone have a torch? Or a lantern?
Good question.
I definitely have torches.
Yep,
I
I
will
have,
use
I have
How
a
many
torch.
of you? How many of you can see in the dark?
Not
I
me.
can.
Not me.
I have a torch, I want to say. Oh, I have 10 torches.
2 of you, I think, have dark vision. I don't know about Moss.
I don't see anything about dark vision.
Under senses on the left side of your character sheet below saving throws. It would say it just below passive wisdom insight.
No.
Okay. Wow.
So it looks like the 2 knife ears are the only ones that can see in the dark. How would you like to proceed? And do you two make this clear to everyone? Aranor, you would know that the elves can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And just because we can see doesn't, I mean, we can fight in the dark, we can see in the dark, but we're at disadvantage on like perception checks, investigation checks, basically anything other than just seeing shapes, fighting with shapes, that sort of thing. Like if we're looking for something, it's going to be tougher in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how close you can get. I wouldn't necessarily put you at disadvantage, but do you guys decide to light up some torches before heading in?
Moss is lighting a torch.
So as you guys slowly make your way inside, torches in hand, how many of you have torches? Or how many torches are you guys using, I should say?
I don't think I'm going to use mine. I don't really need it, especially if other people are already lighting theirs.
Yeah, just the one's fine. I'm gonna stay close to Moss.
Okay. So you guys make your way inside. Whoops. And you can now see a little bit farther. It looks like heading to the west, which is up on this map, there appears to be a long, sort of narrow, cavernous hallway leading on into the darkness.
And I make a perception check to see if there's anything fishy going on.
You sure can. Let me also change the music.
I just like to roll these dice.
So with the 16, I mean, it looks like a natural cave. There's nothing out of the ordinary that you can see or hear yet, other than you are getting the scent of decay or rot or something that seems to be blowing out from the depths.
Ah, gross.
Oh. Let's move further in.
Yeah, go ahead and move your tokens.
Who's taking point? Aranor?
Moss has a torch.
Yep. I'm gonna walk
Is
almost.
Moss still in the lead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
can
gonna
be.
I'm gonna walk almost side by side with Moss, just slightly behind him.
Okay.
I will do the same. On off his other shoulder, a pace or two back, and as I do, you will hear me quietly whispering some sort of perhaps spell incantation to myself, not as if casting, but almost as if like practicing or reciting something. And Deebs, you might hear bits of Elvish words, but they're probably more words of power and less language.
Okay.
But it's nothing. It's not a spell or anything. He's just preparing something.
What is that up ahead?
Up ahead, about 60 feet or so into this passage. It looks like maybe a body?
From here, I'd like to cast use my divine sense.
Okay.
So let me display it.
The squares are screwed up on this map. So
Yeah, I
divide
can
whatever
tell
you
by
measure
that.
by divide whatever you measure by 2. The white squares specifically.
Yeah, they're a little harder to see.
The white squares are supposed to be 5 foot, and the gray squares are 10 foot.
Detects the presence of evil? Let's see.
Celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Yeah, so I would say 60 feet, okay. I would say that you are getting a strong sense of undead coming from farther down this passageway.
My friends, I feel that we have an undead presence further ahead. Be careful.
And my detect magic doesn't detect undead?
Nope. It detects magic or magical items. Things like magical traps, arcane locks, any sort of magical weapon or item.
I'm going to mutter an incantation and cast the spell False Life on myself.
Okay, what does that do?
It gives me 6 temporary hit points for an hour.
Oh, nice. Do you guys continue moving up?
Yep.
Okay. Move yourself where you'd like to go. I will adjust the darkness accordingly.
I'm going to get within about 15 feet of what appears to be the corpse, and I will cast Mage Hand. So a spectral floating hand appears to me as I utter a word of power, and I'm going to have it float over and disturb the corpse, like shake it, try and pick through its pockets, whatever. I can use it to manipulate objects, and I can lift something up to 10 pounds. So I'll just try and rouse the corpse in case it is something lying in wait.
Okay, so
Or is
before Aranor or Tox or Starsha can get any farther than 15 feet close to this zombie, you to send forth your mage hand.
Aranor will, or Taladar will do it kind of arrogantly without saying anything to anybody.
Okay, so
So-
Aranor might be stepping up there. Then I'll put him back.
You'll see this hand, this like floating, glowing hand, drift past you and start, rustling the corpse's jimmies.
So as you guys approach, you can see that the corpse looks like it's a human male, sprawled on its back. It looks like it's only wearing maybe leather breeches. And as this spectral hand reaches out and touches it, or goes to, check its pockets, it rouses. And I need you all to roll for initiative.
Mm.
Don't forget to click your token before you click initiative. And Dark, you need to have that. There you go.
Yep, I have it up.
Starsha
Yeah, I'm always dead last on initiative.
and Taladar, both of you.
I'll just be looting again.
I think I fixed the scaling issue. Yep. It's fixed.
Oh no, I didn't wipe this out from last time?
What?
Well, it was blank a second ago, and now it's got everybody on it. Bandits, a bear.
Only you can see that because they're on a different map. So yeah, you still have
shit.
the stuff from last. You can just go through, delete them. Oh, it's got all of us from last time too.
Talk so fast.
You little agile bastard.
Oh, boys. Scary music.
Okay, now I'm just trying to remember how to bring this guy from the other layer of the map forward.
Go to the other layer of the map, right-click him, and move him to this layer. Not the map. Do you want me to fix the map? Because you just moved the map.
Oh shit, then it must not have been locked.
Yeah, he shouldn't be on the map layer. He's on the GM
layer.
Yeah, you should never touch the map layer.
Well, it was an accident.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's never a reason to go to it. Is that where it was?
Yes.
Close enough.
That looks
Okay.
like it. And then I put him on the token layer. Alright. Okay. I just gotta remember where this guy is gonna go in initiative.
Do your initiative for your guy?
I did.
Oh.
But it didn't, even though I had him clicked, it didn't add him.
Hmm.
That's fine. Tox, you are up first. As this spectral hand reaches forth and touches this corpse, you assume, laying on the ground, it animates and staggers to its feet.
Is Moss actually where he is?
I don't know. That's up to Bry.
So I was in the lead until Aner stepped past me, right?
I was just
It was
moving
just-
right where I wanted to. Yeah, so put yourself where you would be.
So I guess I would have been right behind you.
Okay, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to see the guy. And so I see this little thing pop up from the corpse there.
Yep. It is the size of a human. It just looks like he's very decayed, and he looks like he's beginning to shamble towards your group.
So sorry, the corpse popped up or something on top of the corpse popped up?
The corpse.
Well, it's still pretty dark and I can't exactly tell what's going on. So I'm just going to use Vicious Mockery and start cursing at the thing.
Okay.
It says must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
All right, let me roll that. It's probably gonna get him.
Can the dead be mocked?
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
Yep. So it takes 4 damage.
4 points of damage. All right.
Jeez.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a marker on him for disadvantage. That'll work. That brings us to the zombie's turn. Being the mindless creature that it is,
Brains?
it stumbles forward and goes to attack the first person it comes across, which looks to be Aranor. It's going to do a slam attack, but it probably won't hit because Deebs. Does a 16 hit?
No. I have 18.
All right. It misses. It sort of swings out at you with no precision whatsoever. Just attempting to claw at you. Moss, it is your turn.
Now, can I do my bonus action before?
Yes.
So I'll cast Shillelagh, or however you pronounce it.
Shillelagh.
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 It's the Shillelagh.
And I don't know why that was. I just wanted to mark that I had it on.
Yeah, I don't.
Tana to hit? I don't know what's going on
I
with
don't-
your rolls.
I don't know.
I just was trying to cast, like, there's an at will button, so I click the at will to indicate that I cast it on myself. Is there anything I'm supposed to do to indicate that I've got it on?
I don't think there's a way to, like. There's no condition or whatever to.
Okay.
How long does it last?
It lasts 1 minute.
Okay, and it's not. Is it concentration or no?
It is not
Cool.
concentration.
Yeah. So you basically just have to remember, and add it to your. And whatever the bonus is each time you hit.
It does require mistletoe, but I think I would have had a mistletoe because of Goodberry, so.
Like traditionally, if there's no gold cost to the components, you just have them in your component pouch.
Okay.
It's it's assumed that you collect them along the way.
The
Alright,
only
then with
components
my-
that you need, the only components you need to worry about are anything that has a gold value, like the spell uses 1 diamond worth 50 gold, etc.
So with that said, I am going to move forward and get in range. Can I move past Anor, or am I stuck behind him?
Yes, you can. No, you can move through his square.
And how close do I need to? He's
You need. To
he's the horseshoe symbol, or?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving beside, and then I'll try to give him a thwack.
Okay, roll to hit.
First good roll of the night.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know why it's doing the turning it green. There's a +0 at the end, and the 0 is green, and so it makes it look like a crit.
yeah, because I thought that was a crit, but that's not. Because you rolled.
I'm just clicking the +5 on the hit DC.
Yeah, you can actually you can click the symbol to the left of the attack column, and it'll actually do the to hit and the damage all in one roll. But if you forget and you just hit the hit, then if it does hit, you just click the damage box, and it'll roll the damage separately.
Okay. Well, did that hit?
Okay, so it is not a crit. It is a 16. Is that what it is?
16 +5. Yep.
So it's actually a 21.
Okay, so it's a 21 to hit, and that is definitely going to hit. It's just not a crit.
Right.
So go ahead and roll damage. 6 points of damage. Okay. Next up would be Taladar. Oh, let me refresh the music.
I think Aranor's
Yeah,
next.
it's me, Aranor.
Yeah. I'm last.
Oh. Do I have the order mixed up?
No.
Why do I have two
You have me.
Taladars on the list?
You didn't delete me from the other map. I got it. There you go.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I was still on there from the other map.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Aranor.
All right, I'm gonna swing my longsword.
Go ahead.
Nine.
This undead creature sort of stumbles back just at the right moment, and your sword swipe goes wide.
All right.
Is that everything for you?
Yep, that's it.
Starsha, you are up next.
Alright. I didn't really have anything fancy I can do, so I will just dish it out with my 2 short swords.
Okay, are you going to move up? You can move past Moss.
Is this good?
Yep.
How do I do that again? I like shift and then roll?
Just click on the little icon to the left of your weapon.
You don't have
Right.
advantage, so you don't have to hold shift or anything.
Oh, okay. And I do that for both of my swords?
Yes. But you can do it one at a time. So they are both going to hit. So that does... Well, with the first swing of your weapon, you manage to cut off an arm.
Ooh.
With the DC on the damage taken. Okay, hang on 1 second.
It's auto rolling the sneak attack damage. You just have to ignore that if the attack is not from hidden. Or doesn't have advantage.
No, I mean, she took it down to 0, but
Oh, nice.
zombies have undead fortitude. So you think this thing is about to crumple to the ground, only to have it rally, and it does not go down. Your second hit with the short sword, however, on the backhand, does just enough damage to put this thing down for good. Let me roll another undead fortitude.
Just be aware it's unless she has the feat for it, the second attack would not have the dex bonus to damage. I don't know if there's a way to roll that.
I have no idea. Again, even though you hit it soundly the second time, this thing looks like it's about to go down, only to rise once again. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Do you have a bonus attack you can take?
Oh, I think I do. Oh, let me
Wasn't
see.
wasn't that it? I mean, you would.
Your bonus action is the second attack.
Yeah, you.
Oh, right, because 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah, and it would have done 1 point of damage, and not
Yeah.
the 4 that's listed there.
This thing looks like it should be down. It's taken a hell of a beating. But for whatever reason, it just keeps getting back up.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I don't really know that I have anything else I can do.
Okay, Taladar, it is to you.
I'm going to. So Taladar will deftly slip between the others up to here, and once more up to here, and flanking. Are we using the flanking rule or no?
Yes.
There is a flash of steel as he deftly draws his elven thin blade from its scabbard at his waist, and he will slice out at this creature. Does a 23 hit?
Mm-hmm.
That is 4 points of damage, piercing damage.
Okay, let me roll my undead fortitude.
And I think that's it for me.
You slash out with this very beautiful, intricately designed, thin elven blade, and it very obviously hits this thing, doing considerable amount of damage. But this thing just seems to keep going.
That is my turn.
All right, well, that brings us to the top once again, and Tox, it is your turn.
Alright, well, Tox will jump in here. Just turn it around, facing the right way. He'll just yell out, "I'll show you how it's done!" And I'll try to hit it with the long sword.
Okay, go ahead.
Oof.
Bang.
21. That definitely hits. Your what to everyone else looks like a very small short sword, but to you is definitely a long sword. You slash out at this thing and you make contact. You do damage. And finally, the DM rolls poor enough. That this thing finally stays down. It is deceased.
So that's how you do it.
Hmm. It's a tough zombie.
Yeah, everybody make a intelligence check.
Oh dear.
While I'm doing that, I will use Mage Hand to wipe clean the blade on whatever clothing the zombie has left on it, and then
Can I re-roll this?
Darsh is
No.
dumb.
You're like, yeah, it's undead something.
It stopped
Moss,
moving.
Yeah, it's undead. No, it's undead.
Intelligence, Moss.
only-
Intelligence, not investigation.
Oops.
Classic Moss.
It uses the same.
Alright.
It's still intelligence based, so it would still be a 4. Aranor knows that this is definitely undead, but only the loud frog and the racist elf know for a fact that this is indeed a zombie.
A dead zombie.
with that kind of a roll, would I have any inkling as to why it might be here? Like, would there be a more nefarious reason why this is here, or do dead things sometimes come back to life for no reason?
You know, it's a bit of both. Like, sometimes dead things just come back. Sometimes it's based on the magic of an area. Sometimes it's because they've been used in some sort of ritual. Sometimes it's because the person that was once alive either had an item on them or had something done to them. There's a great number of reasons. There's undead a lot of places in the world.
He'll turn to the party and just say, "Uncertain, but this may be a sign that there's danger ahead, and perhaps something nefarious." We should move with care.
How long does Divine Sense last?
Mm,
10 minutes? I'm just scrolling up to see.
It says until the end of your next turn.
yeah, it's already gone.
Okay, so it's gone already.
Yeah.
Okay. So this thing goes down, and there is still a wafting scent of undeath, or decay, or rot, blowing down from the west.
Well, that's a good sign. We should go that way.
I can see.
Let's continue.
So continuing on down the tunnel. You reach a point where it looks like there's a bit of a ledge. Looks like a round, sort of high-ceilinged cave opens up a bit here. Standing on the edge, you can see that it looks like the cave opens up to the north and the south. Some perhaps narrow passages going either way. looks like you can see a flat boulder sitting in the center of the cave. Looks like it's about 6 feet across, 8 feet long, and about 3 feet high. From here, you can make out some sort of stains or markings on its top. Everybody make perception checks.
Come on, good roll tonight. Come on.
Darkstar, my dice
What?
are broken.
We don't see shit.
Wow.
Your dice are broken. Jesus.
You guys make this so easy.
You know, wait, well,
This is
not
all
even
because of-
fair.
Come on,
But
dude.
this is wrong. This has
It's
been
not
going
wrong.
on
It's
all
what
night.
you rolled.
I'm gonna get out my real dice.
Yeah, it's impossible to calculate anything then. I need everybody. Are you guys all standing at the edge? I need
Yeah.
everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Don't.
Oh wait, saves. Dexterity saves.
Yes, a dexterity saving throw.
My bad.
Oh, is that not just a dexterity? What's the
Oh
dexterity save?
no!
No, you got the right thing, Moss. Okay.
How do you get a 0?
I have -1.
Because he got a 1 and he has a -1 to dex.
I got like a mean face on my my D&D
Serves you right, you
Beyond.
dirty fucking min-maxer.
Okay, so Starsha, Taladar, and Tox are all fine. Unfortunately,
Rip.
Rin and Moss, while you guys are looking at perhaps how to get down into this lower area over this ledge, from above you, you hear a noise as several rocks come tumbling down. Oh, let's hope I don't roll too big. Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Ow!
Doing 10 points of damage.
Is that considered bludgeoning?
That is bludgeoning damage, yes.
Alright, so I reduce it by 3. So I take
Okay.
7.
So 7 points for Aranor and 10 points for Moss. As the 2 zombies that nobody saw, up 10 feet on a ledge, after dropping these rocks down, jump down from the ledge.
Oh!
As they jump down, take damage. Holy fuck. I almost killed my own zombies.
How do I adjust my health?
So you see where it says heal damage, Bri? And there's a blank space in between. Type in 10 and then hit damage.
Heal on D&D
On your
Beyond?
character.
Or
Yeah,
upper
on
right
D&D
corner.
Beyond. D&D Beyond, yeah. On the right side,
Yeah.
upper right side.
Next to current max temp, on the left, there's
okay.
the heal,
Right.
a blank, and damage.
Oh, 10. Got it. I got it.
So we're going to change the music once again. As 2 zombies jump down.
I attack the rocks.
Good job, you.
How far down is it?
How far down is what? To the larger area?
Yeah, where they are.
Just give me 1 second.
Make sure you have your token selected when you roll initiative. Oh my fucking god!
Rip.
Amazing.
Can you guys see the zombies on the map yet?
Come on! What is going on? It's not a good night from us.
I can see one of them.
Yeah, I think I was standing on top of the other.
Oh
one.
yeah, no, it's him.
So I didn't realize. Sorry, I didn't see the dashed line there. That's a drop off, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I would not have been standing on the other side of it. I'd just be up at the edge with the others. I guess I'd be behind the others because there's no room.
Okay, let's see. Is everybody in initiative?
I'm
Looks like
small.
yes.
You can be on my square.
All right. This ledge is. Let me look it up. It is 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Is that the ledge the zombies were on, or is there a 10
No,
feet
they were
ledge?
10 feet above that.
Okay, so it's 10 feet from here down into the room.
Correct.
I don't know how to get down that without taking falling damage. Is there a way?
It slopes, so
Okay.
I would say it's just going to take double your movement to get down it.
Gotcha.
It's not like a hard drop off. Okay. At the start of the round, it looks like it is Starsha's turn.
That's unusual.
It shouldn't be. It's based on Dex.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm usually the last one to go. Considering my rolls tonight. Alright, so we're on top of the ledge, they're below. Right?
They jumped down to below, yes. And they took damage. I should mark that.
You know, I'm gonna stay up here. I'm gonna throw my daggers at them. Well, at one of them.
Okay, go ahead. They both hit. Which one are you going for?
How about the one on the left?
Okay.
The closest one.
And roll for your thrown dagger damage.
Ah, that's a different one. Okay.
Wow, you rolled 6 for both of them?
The second one would be -3 because it's
Oh, right,
bonus
right,
action.
right.
Yeah.
So 9 points of damage total. And this one looks to be in a little bit of rough shape. Do you want to move anywhere?
Yeah, I would like to jump down behind it.
Jump down behind it.
Yeah, hold on. I
Uh,
actually have like a feat where I can teleport behind them or something like that.
Oh yes, as part of your Shadowkai lineage.
Yes, I'm trying to find it. Okay, it's called Blessing of the Raven Queen.
I think it's once per long rest.
Twice per long rest.
Okay.
It's probably a bonus action, which you might have already used.
Ooh, yes you did.
It's a racial trait.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Ah, okay. What does that mean?
It means you can't do it right now because you used your action to second attack.
Because you use 2 weapons, it doesn't mean that you get to use them both as part of your action. You use one that does all of its damage as your main action. As a bonus action, you can use your second weapon to do half the amount of damage.
Okay.
Or you can just do 1 weapon attack and then do something else with your bonus action, like teleport
see.
or whatever.
Can I still jump down though?
Yes. Give me an acrobatics check. Yep. So you make your way down this steep sort of incline of gravel and rocks, and are easily able to get down the ledge. But as you get past it, it's going to take an attack of opportunity. Does a 15 hit?
What's your armor class, Starsha?
14?
Okay, so it is going to hit. For
How far away is Starsha from me? Are we all on the ledge?
Looks like about 15 feet and down
Okay.
a ways.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
she's about 20 feet away.
All right.
She is going to take slam damage. Uh, 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Do you know how to give yourself damage, Starsha?
Nope.
On your D&D Beyond character sheet, do you see where your hit points are? Top right-hand sort of corner.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a heal and a damage, and then just a space in between. Type the amount of damage you took in there. You took 4. And then click damage.
Okay, got it.
Excellent. Tox, you are up.
Alright. Well, seeing as we're elevated, Tox is
Uh-huh.
gonna have to jump down.
There it is.
Uh-huh.
His favorite time.
From the top rope!
So he'll just scream out, "Here comes Tox!"
Here it is. Catchphrase.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll because there's no point. You have leap. You jump down right beside this guy.
Time for the longsword.
That definitely hits. You slice into this guy, doing 4 points of damage. Yeah, he's definitely looking hurting.
Then I'll go
Looks
ahead
like
and...
this used to be a human at some point, maybe a female? You can't quite tell.
Nice. Then I'll try to hit with my dagger.
Okay,
Well, are zombies immune to poison?
yes.
Okay. I thought so, so I didn't even bother asking.
An 11 hits.
So that would be, what, 1 point of damage?
1 point of damage.
I'll take
Alright.
that!
Okay, that brings us to zombie number 1. Seeing 2 of its foes have jumped down, it's gonna make a move. towards the first one it can reach. Which unfortunately is Starsha.
What?
He will go in for a slam attack.
I do?
No, he's attacking you.
No.
And 16 hits. You have an AC of 14?
Yes.
Okay, you are going to take 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Unfortunately, they don't get a bonus attack because they are just mindless zombies. So that is its turn. Taladar, it is you.
Taladar in a huff is going to rush past the others, and shout, "Aranor, you oaf! Get down there and defend the lady! I'll show you how." And he runs and slides down the slope.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy. Dirty 20.
Yeah, no problem. Your nimble footwork easily gets you down the slope.
The thin blade comes out in a flash, and he strikes the side of the blade with his offhand, a ring on his hand hitting the steel. There is a ping that rings longer than it should as he begins to whirl the blade about him in an intricate pattern as he activates his blade song. Twice per long rest, you can use a bonus action to start a blade song, which lasts for 1 minute and grants a +3 AC, increases walking speed by 10 feet, advantage on acrobatics checks, and a +3 bonus to concentration saves. I'm then going to use my action to cast the cantrip Green Flame Blade, which allows me to make a weapon strike. So I'll roll the weapon strike. I hope this hits. Fuck no.
Yeah, that hits.
So, as the blade stops for a second, he passes his hand over it. There is a flash of green fire that lights down the blade, and he swings at one of the zombies, but misses, and that's his turn.
No, he didn't miss.
What? A 9?
Zombies
Hits?
are very slow. A 9 hits.
Well, shit. Then here's how the spell works. Make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon attack's normal effects. So the zombie directly in front of me, this guy here, takes 10 points of damage. You can cause green fire to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. So the other zombie takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which is 3 points. So the zombie above me takes 10, and the one to my left takes 3 points. The
Yeah,
10 is...
I'm not quite sure why Aranor is standing on top of that zombie.
I don't know.
I'm just going to move him back up the cliff. Sorry, how much total damage was it?
10 points to this one.
Right?
That's piercing, and then 3 points of fire damage to that one.
Fire damage to the other one. Okay. So the one that Starsha had hit, doing considerable damage, and that Tox jumped down at, begins to slump to the ground.
And that's the one between or below Starsha to the right of Tox? Okay.
Let me see. and that one goes down permanently.
I'm going to use the 5 more feet to move to here to make room for the others to jump down, and that's my turn.
Right, and you didn't move out of melee with that one, so that's fine.
Correct.
So with one zombie left, we come to Moss's turn. Moss, you and Aranor are still up at the top of this steep incline.
I think Moss is kind of feeling shell-shocked and is not going to jump down. I guess I'll just pull my sling and try to hit with the sling.
Okay.
All right. Sling. And Chile does not work with a sling, right? So...
No.
Okay, so can I do this from Roll20 instead of D&D Beyond? To actually do the attack? Or should I do from D&D Beyond?
It should be done from D&D Beyond.
Okay, so I should just hit the hit DC button, right?
Or you can go over to the left of the word sling and click that little icon.
Okay.
Should be a little picture of like a blade stabbing something, or a little fist.
Oh,
For the sling, it looks like a
little
bow and
bow.
arrow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a
It's
little
range.
bow. Yep.
Yep.
So
And
yeah,
do I have
D&D
to click on
Just click
the zombie?
Nope.
No.
Can't. Okay. Did that do it right this time? No, it's still green. I don't know.
Well,
It's
you
good, though.
rolled an
I mean,
11, and an
if you-
11 still hits. And you do 2 points of bludgeoning damage. So this one is still alive and kicking. Is there any bonus action you'd like to take?
I don't think there's much I can do. No.
All right, that's your turn then? Or do you want
Yep.
to move down there?
No, he's had stuff crash on him. He's been having a terrible day. He's just gonna pause a little bit.
Okay.
He's not feeling
Aranor.
too adventurous at the moment.
I guess not. Aranor, it is your turn.
Okay, so the zombie is still facing Starsha, the one that's alive?
Yeah, you don't need to worry about where it's facing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
between Starsha and Taladar.
All right. I'm jumping down.
Make an acrobatics check.
Come on, 0.
Leprone. Ooh. So you go to make your way down this steep incline, only to skid and stumble. You go down onto one knee. Don't go prone. So you manage to recover and straighten back up.
Okay. I cast Compel Duel on the
Okay.
zombie. DC of 13.
What do I roll?
Wisdom save 13. DC of 13.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
So it's like a taunt.
It's got to focus on you.
Yep.
Or be at disadvantage, I
Mhm.
think. Okay. It turns from its target to look directly at you. Is there anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Bonus action. You still have an attack, right?
Yeah, that's a bonus action.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Fuck it up.
All right, longsword.
All right, go ahead.
Performance check.
$13 is gonna hit. 4 points of damage. You hit this zombie right where it hurts, and it looks like it's about to go down. Let's see if it does. Yep, slashing out at this thing. These ones seem to be weaker, maybe, than the one that you previously fought. It goes down without much more of a fight, and stays down. And we are out of combat. Now, because we have just finished combat, let me turn off the orc drums. We can call it here, because I know it's 11 for Bry already. And Starsha and Lucid, I think it's 9.
That's 10.
10.
It's 10, sorry.
9's mountain time.
9 is Mountain Man, I
Fucking
forgot.
mountain time.
The best time.
So, we can stop it here and just pick up right where we left off next time. Or we can go for another half an hour. It's up to you guys. I am fine either way.
I'm okay to finish, but
Well, I don't think you'll get finished this whole place, which is why I say I'm fine with stopping now.
I can go half an hour. It's up to the group.
Why don't we stop it there before we get into anything else that might take longer? I think it's probably best to just stop.
Cool.
Is that okay with everyone?
Yep,
Mhm.
that works.
Okay. Just because I don't want you to get involved in either, a big trap or, whatever that takes longer than half an hour and have to stop awkwardly in the middle.
Note to self: there may be traps
Yeah,
ahead.
spoiler alert.
I was just using an example.
Bry, check your message that I sent you on Discord. I think you might have force critical hits turned on.
Ah.
Bry, you cheating
That
bastard.
son of a bitch. Take away something.
I sent you a
I
screenshot
will.
on how to
Take
turn
away
it
his
off.
shield. Take away his goddamn shield.
But if-
Did you
Um,
equip that shield?
Okay, so where is that?
So, at the top of your D&D Beyond character sheet, there should be a Beyond 20 button, like right in the middle at the top, to the right of your portrait.
Oh, yeah, okay, force critical hits.
Is that on or is it off?
It is on.
Bry, you bastard.
I don't know what I did.
I'm gonna stop